2024. What a special year. Cleveland Muny Football League celebrates its 106th season. It's considered one of the oldest and best programs in our country. They play on high school facilities with turf fields, strict with age requirements, and much more. But this only happens with their some 400 volunteers serving over 1,500 children. Their mission is to provide children ages 6 to 14 the opportunity to enjoy playing the game they love in a safe, organized, competitive, and fun environment. It has become more than a football recently. Life values are a big part of Muny football today, such as instilling confidence, character, respect, humility, discipline, leadership, sportsmanship, work ethic, teamwork, self-esteem. The organization's success is not determined by wins or losses, but how they meet these goals of instilling life values. We begin a journey on TV 20 with Youth Football Championship games, All-Star games, and Cheerleaders Day. Our championship game today is Children 8 and U Division between the Garden Valley Falcons and the Glenville Elite Panthers. Welcome to Cleveland Central Catholic Stefanski Football Field today for the start of the Muny Football Championship games. Hi, I'm Tim Wells, and my partner John Good is in the house. And John, 8U football, what can we expect?
Well, Tim, we can expect a very exciting game here today. We got two veteran coaches in this championship game, Danny Solomon and Sean Perkins, alumni of Muny football, and the kids out here today is going to play a real good game. You're going to see a lot of development in this division. You got coaches on the field giving guys instruction, giving players instruction so they can execute to the fullest advantage. And these two teams have worked hard all year long, and this is what culminated in the championship appearance here today.
Well, without further ado, right now we're going to go over to Nicole Christian for the player introductions.
Welcome to the 2024 Muny League Football Championships. Introducing from the Garden Valley Falcons, number 1, Brian Pierce Jr. Number 2, Aiden Lang. 0, Rashad Bilal Jr. Number 4, Jace Young. Number 5, Samir Peoples. Number 6, Devontae Flicken. Number 7, Jaden Cooper. Number 9, JaVale Pace. Number 11, Donovan Morgan. Number 20, Tyland Holloway. Number 21, Omari Brown. Number 22, Darian McCants. Number 24, Marco Pennyman. Number 8, Sierra Peoples. Number 12, Hunter Shepard. Number 13, Khalil Harris. Number 14, Jason Mallory. Number 17, William Fitzpatrick. Number 19, Kai Gibson. And number 3, Kins McKinley. And on the opposing team, the Glenville Elite Panthers. Number 0, Kelvin Hood. Number 1, Carson Jester. Number 2, Tavion Oliver. Number 3, Joshua Bridget Jr. Number 4, Javon Taylor Tatum. Number 7, Gianni Sturdivant. Number 9, Andre Deal Jr. Number 10, Harlem Mickler. Number 11, Tristan Pitts. Number 13, Major Love. Number 14, Maxon Whitmore. Number 18, Cody Wallace. Number 20, Jayshawn Johnson. Number 25, Hur Hall. Number 6, Kyrie Frazier. Number 17, Kyrie Davis Cotton. Number 19, Jalen Williams. Number 23, Princeton Davis. And number 99, Caleb Odin Mack. And now, a playing of our national anthem. Please rise.
We are moments away from Muny football championship play with the 8U division. But before we start that, we're going to also talk about the people that are going to be very responsible for fair play and following all our rules. So first of all, we want to take a look at our officials that will call today's game. And then, John, we're going to talk about the rules that they will have to deal with. So looking at our officials that are, again, they're all certified through the Ohio High School Athletic Association. On the left is our referee, Tony McPherson. He's a 1970 graduate of John Hay High School, 18 years as a football official. In the middle, Carlitos Torres, line judge, 1996 graduate of Lincoln West, 8 years as a football official. And on the right, Dale Golick, head linesman, 1976 graduate of Lincoln West, 24 years as a football official. A pretty good crew at that, John, but they'll have some special rules when we're talking about 8U football in Muny.
That's correct, Tim. Muny football game rules for the 8U folks. These are kids ages 8 and under and cannot turn 9 before July 31st. There's no win limit in this division. There's 2 coaches on the field for each team. Offensive coach is in the huddle, and then he has to move back 10 yards. Defensive coach is in the huddle, and then he has to move back 20 yards to get out of the field of play. There's 8-minute quarters, regulation clock, 4 timeouts per game, 1 additional timeout in each overtime. There's no kickoffs for player safety. The ball begins play at the 35-yard line. There's no punts. It's automatic punt rule. The ball will be advanced 20 yards. Clock will resume after the snap, after a 15-second runoff. The ball must be outside the opponent's 30-yard line. Now, the automatic punt rule is when the offensive team declares a punt, the clock will stop running. The referee will then mark off 20 yards on the clock, and it will resume with the 15-second runoff. The 15 seconds will elapse regardless of the time it takes to walk off the 25 yards. The clock will not begin until the offense has snapped the ball. Any punt from the opposing team's 35-yard line will be placed on the opponent's 15-yard line. No punting inside the opponent's 30-yard line. The scoring is conventional. Touchdown 6 points, 2 points for a safety, extra points kicked, 2 points if it's kicked, and 1 if it's ran or pass.
Well, obviously, John, it doesn't happen without the players, the officials, and now the coaches. First of all, we'd like to give you the coaching staff of the Glenville Elite Panthers. And they are their head coach, Sean Perkins, assistant coaches, Gino Sturdivant, Andrew Davis, Daryl Hall, Wayne Whitmore, Dill Knight, Josh Bridget, Marcus Perkins, team moms, Bobby Love, Angela Franklin, and also the organizational coordinator is also Sean Perkins. But on the other side, the Garden Valley Falcons, John.
Yeah, you got head coach Danny Solomon, a veteran in this league, and his veteran coaching staff, assistant coach Mike Wells Sr., Devin Nelson, Mike Wells Jr., James Henning, team moms Sean Manning, team administrator Sonia Shepard, and coordinator Danny Solomon do a fine job year in and year out, and a very good staple in that community, the Garden Valley.
As you can see, they're meeting at the middle of the field, the coaches, along with the players. And while they're doing that, we're going to talk a little bit about each team. Let's start first with the Garden Valley Falcons. Black with purple letterings, 5-2 during the regular season, 7-2 overall. Again, Danny Solomon, head coach and offense. Michael R. Wells is the defense. John, tell us about their rankings and the keys to the game.
Yeah, the keys to the game for Garden Valley is they want to be physical. Danny Solomon runs a tight ship over there. He doesn't like mistakes on his offense and defense, so they're going to try to keep those to a minimum, not turn the ball over, and see if the offense can sustain drives and punch it in at the end of these drives. They're unscored upon defensively, and they've been playing very, very well with the leadership of Aiden Lane, JaVale Pace, Darian McCant, and Amari Brown. On the other side, you got the Glenville Elite Panthers, led by Sean Perkins. Gino Sturdivant is the defensive coordinator. It's 7-0, blemish record, no blemishes. Number one in offense and defense, Tim. 70% of the time they run the ball, 30% of the time they're passing it. Unscored upon as well in this playoff season. That brought them to the championship game. Their keys is tackling in open field. They must control the line of scrimmage and complete some passes so they can loosen up that middle so they can run the football. No turnovers is the biggest concern for them, and they're led by Carson Jester, the second leading scorer in the league, Gianno Sturdivant Jr., and Tavion Oliver, quarterback and left cornerback that loves to run and is a good leader. And we also have Mr. Maxwell Whitmore. You got to watch him. He's got great hands, good vision. And Tim, he's fast. He is really fast.
And again, John, when you're talking about, we asked the coaches, what is their biggest concern going into the game? What did they tell you?
Well, Tim, they told us that they needed to make sure that they could control the line of scrimmage. Line play is very important on the Garden Valley side of football. They must be aggressive and, again, eliminate mistakes. For Glenville Elite, no turnovers. They want to stay away from that all season, and they're going to try to finish out the season here in this championship game with no turnovers as well.
Well, obviously, first of all, folks, 55 degrees is the temperature. It says it feels like 47. And the wind chill, they're telling us 20 miles per hour. You saw the flags flying when the kids had their own flags for their teams. So it's a northwest wind that they'll be dealing with. And John, it is a little bit of a chilly day for Muny, but it's football weather.
Yeah, it is. It's a typical October, late October day. Matter of fact, we're getting away with no precipitation today, so we're really dry, and the sun is out, but it's chilly. Central Catholic has a lovely stadium, beautiful facility here. See our sponsors' banners on the fences: Cleveland Bills, Leaders, Boyd Watterson. We got Eric Metcalf in the house. Cleveland Browns is represented. So it's a beautiful day for a championship game here in Northeast Ohio.
And let's take a look, if we can get them up right now, the key players. John mentioned them a little bit. If we could look at the Garden Valley key players first. And again, these are kids that the coach identified as they need to play well today for their team to have a chance. And on the left is number 2, quarterback Aiden Lane. Number 9 is Javel Pace. Number 22 is Darian McCants. And number 21 is Omari Brown. Again, 4 great kids that love to play the game, and they're exciting to watch. And on the other side, we look at the Glenville, again, key players. And again, these are people that John just talked about. And again, on their side of the ball, they look for them to really step up and play well today. And again, the Glenville elite players are number 1. He'll be on the left, Carson Jester. Number 7, Gianni Sturdivant. Again, big, tall guy, as you can see. He's in the slot, and he also plays the middle linebacker. And number 2 is Tavion Oliver. All 3 of them are league all-stars. And lastly, number 14, Maxwell Whitmore. And John, you talked about them. I guess the only thing we need to follow up with last is tell us a little bit about the head coaches.
Yep, we got Danny Solomon, Coach Boone for Garden Valley, again, a veteran of Muny football, 1993 graduate of Aviation High School, 31 years coaching in Muny football, and 23 of those years he's been the organizational coordinator, and like I said before, cornerstone in that community down there in Garden Valley. And on the other side, we got Sean Perkins with Glenville, 1990 graduate of Euclid High School, 18 years coaching, prevailed with 5 championships, and played running back and cornerback in high school. I didn't know Sean played running back and quarterback. He looked like that kind of guy to you.
Hey, I'll tell you what, I didn't think so either, but when he told me, I said, well, hell, you must have had some speed back then, you know.
He's built for comfort now.
So we've covered the rules, folks, and we do want to let you know that John and I will be back right here next week, and it'll be the 10U division. Again, we'll have Muny football for the next probably 8 weeks. You're going to see a lot of championship play of these kids. They play their hearts out. And if you're looking at this, you say, man, I didn't realize they had it. Is it in my neighborhood? You can always go to the Cleveland Muny Football League website. It's CMFL, I hope I have it right, cmfleague.org.
That's it.
And you'll see organizations, and it'll give you contact people and everything else. And again, it's not just the football side, as you'll see. We'll have the Cheerleaders Day on the end here, and it'll be an amazing show those kids put on every year.
So there you have it, the world's longest coin flip.
Packed house every time they go out there and perform, and they're so exciting to watch, John.
Yeah, and don't just come visit our site during football season, folks. These organizations have activities year-round, track, basketball, some of them into lacrosse. They have different programs off the field as well, doing things in the community to help build on those pillars that Tim mentioned in his opening. So visit our website. You'll be able to see a lot of good stuff. Might even be able to see yourself or somebody you know. And one of the great things about this championship game, Tim, I tell you, the legacy of Muny football, I see a lot of last names on here that we've seen over the years.
So as you can see, we're ready to start, and on offense will be the Glenville Elite Panthers. They're starting offense, and they are going to be led by their quarterback, Tavion Oliver, number 2. They'll have Giovanni Sturdivant, Carson Jester, and Javon Taylor Tatum in the backfield. The 2 wide receivers are Maxon Whitmore and Joshua Bridget. And on the line is Jason Johnson, Cody Wallace, Tristan Pitts, Haru Hall, and Kelvin Hood. And as soon as we can, John will give you the defense. 8 minutes are on the clock, and we are underway.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
Immediately they
That's
fumble
on the
the
ground.
ball.
It looks like
They did fall on it.
Yep.
So they'll pick up about maybe 2 yards. It'll be second down and about 9.
A little bit of nerves, Tim, on that first play. Ball's on the ground, as you can see in the replay. Look like the player dove on it to get it, and then it got away again, but it was able to corral it and get it and make sure Glenville keeps it to keep this drive alive. Turnovers is one of the big things. that they wanted to stay away from, and they nearly turned it over on the first play.
Going to try to run outside, and they're going to get a big run outside. And he's still on his feet. Missed tackle there.
Oh, another missed tackle.
Now he's coming the other way.
Still going. He's got a lot of green over here, too.
Yes, he is.
Oh, good stiff arm.
He's still on another missed tackle.
I don't think they're going to get him now, Tim.
Oh! A huge run.
One of their best players, Carson Jester.
I'll tell you what, John, you know, they were talking about arm tackling, no tackle, and all that. You saw that there. They must have missed easily 4 or 5 tackles in that run.
Just a good job of Carson Jester keeping the play alive, looking for some help, and his teammates didn't disappoint him. They were running with him the whole time. I guess they're used to Carson having these long runs, as you can see right there. He faked inside, stayed outside, and walked the tightrope all the way to the end zone. Take a look at it one more time. You can see Carson has some great vision as he cut back across field, where he saw less black jerseys that look like his. Folks, there's no visual impairment out here. Both teams are in black jerseys, but we're able to clarify which is which. And just a great run right there by Mr. Jester.
So the try for the extra point.
Got a whistle. Right. Player safety. No mouthpiece. Folks cannot participate in play without a mouthpiece. Safety first. And you want to know why the mouthpiece is so important out there. It actually helps to prevent concussions. You bite down on that thing when you make contact. It's one of the biggest reasons why we wear them. Oh.
Again, missed tackle, extra point good.
Wow.
This one looks like number 2, I think. Can't see the number from here.
That 2 or 7?
7.
7. That's Studevant.
Studevant. So Studevant had the extra point on a run. So they get the early lead.
He made that look so easy, Tim.
Yes, he did.
He made that look so easy.
Well, you know, John, when you're running the football, the key is if you have to make sure they do not get to the outside.
Right.
If you can keep them from going to the outside and coming inside to your strength, it should be your strength, then you're all set. And I'm sure the Garden Valley head coach, Danny, will be talking to him at halftime about that. And we will talk to both head coaches during the half to get their views on the first half. So for the Garden Valley offense, their quarterback will be Rashid Bowell, number 0. Their running backs are Aiden Lang, JaVale Pace, and Brian Pierce. Wide receivers, Devontae Flickman and Donovan Moore. We'll give you the line right after this play.
Got man in motion. A little misdirection. But clogged up. Wow, great defense on that first play.
There you saw the defense of the Glenville team, and again, it was Andre Deal, Harlem Mickler. They're not going to let him get outside. Now on the offensive line for Garden Valley, Jaden Cooper, Darian McCants, Dylan Holloway, Omari Brown, and Marco Penning.
Yeah, this Glenville defense is pretty stifling, Tim. No points scored in this playoff season, and #1 ranked all season long. And you can see they fly around pretty good.
Rock, move up a little bit, Rock.
Got the safety trying to communicate to someone. The motion again. Got the defense left a little early. Breakdown and blocking. Wow. They're pretty quick.
Well, I'll tell you the one thing, Jen, when we talked about the coaches on the field, this is a good example of once they line those kids up, then they have to back off when they're getting ready to snap that ball or they're going to get penalized.
Right.
And it's teaching, it's developing. You know, I think it's a great idea. And if I remember right, Muny football was one of the first ones to do it in our area.
Yes, we
about
were.
putting those coaches on the field.
That's right. We did it only on one level, the termite level, but this is expanded to all the way up to the 8-year-olds now. There's a lot more that's involved in offense and defense today. You do see a lot of times in the 8-year-old in this division, the coach will elect to not be on the field if he's got a veteran team. But, got a little early movement, looks like.
Well, they finally caught the defense offside. Thought they were getting a quick jump on him before.
I did too.
That's our first penalty of the ball game. So now it will be third down in about 10.
Yep. 3rd and 10. But like I was saying, having a coach on the field does give the boys more confidence, the players more confidence. And they can help them execute the plays a lot more efficiently with the coach out there on the field.
So 3rd and 10.
Option to pass or run. Oh my, wow. Oh my. Not a lot of blocking going on there.
Well, just in the first series alone, you can see the difference between the two teams. One stopping him from getting outside. And I got to believe that we'll use the automatic punt rule here. It's 4th down and 15. And maybe he will go, but I think 4th down, they probably should. He's talking to him like they're going to run it, but no, here he is. This is where they got the automatic.
Got to be smart. This is explosive offense.
They move the ball up the field 20 yards. And again, it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Glenville Elite Panthers offensively. And Garden Valley defensively, we didn't get a chance to talk about them. John, give us those starters on the Garden Valley team defensively.
So defensively for Garden Valley, up front, we got Dylan Holloway. We got Jaden Cooper, Samir Peoples, Amari Brown, and Darian McCants, the big guys up front. Behind them on cornerback positions is Jace Young, number 4, Rashad Bilal Jr., number 3. Got 2 all-stars in that defensive backfield, and Aiden Lang, number 2, and JaVale Pace, number 9. At right, left side, outside linebackers, and the inside linebackers is Brian Pierce Jr., number 1, and Devontae Ficklin, number 6 on the right inside linebacker. Tough defense, like I said, number 3 overall this season. And they've already got a touchdown hung on them today. But they see if they can slow down this explosive Glenville Panther offense. Got to be disciplined, Tim, like you mentioned before. Can't let people get outside. Can't let them get outside, especially with the speed on this Glenville Panther team. Oh, there's Studevant.
Goes again. Made the tackle. That guy is quick. He's got the moves.
He sees the opening, Tim, and he takes off, but he's not afraid to put his foot in the ground and just go for it. As you can see here on the replay. Starts off to the right, cuts back to the left, and he sees the opener. He just gets in there. And good tackle right there by the Garden Valley defender. Glenville, one of those programs, Tim, that do run track during the off season, so they're not short on speedsters.
So 2nd down 2, 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. The Glenville Panthers lead 7-0.
Looks like tackle started a little early. He know he did. He got his hands on his head. That's usually the guilty party. Oh, man. Beautiful, beautiful day for football. Last weekend of the high school football season. Playoffs start next week.
Hey, I need pancake, Drew. Hey, you on the other side of 8. Hey, pancake here right now.
We got second down and about 2nd and 7, let's say. Dudavant under center turns, keeps to the left. He's coming around left side, steps on command, gets away from him. He's upfield. He's over into Path territory.
Hey, good block, son.
Over to Falcon territory. And he's going to be marked out of bounds at about the 32-yard line of the Falcons. So a big play was needed right there, and they got it from their quarterback to Oliver.
And it is on
Tavion
the
Oliver.
32-yard line.
Yeah, Glenville's got a pretty explosive team, and the line is sustaining their blocks because they like to see their guys run. Got a full backfield. Clock is running. Studevant under center. Takes the ball, turns, fakes it, looking for a run, looking for a reverse. Good job by the defense.
You have to give credit to the defensive end where he contained.
Yes, you do, Tim. Yes, you do. Great job right there by the defensive end. Can't tell the number, but quarterback's waiting for Whitmore to get there. He finally gets there, and then he runs right into the defensive end on that side. It looked like it might have been Holloway or Cooper. But excellent job right there with staying with your discipline and not falling inside so that reverse could get around and on the outside for a big play.
Second down, 13.
They got a long way to go.
Quarterback keeper. They're going to try to run out here, John.
Yep, trying it on the left side. They give it to one of their #1 guys. He's got the first down, and he got a touchdown. As I said, he stepped out of bounds. Oh, we got a hold.
Got a holding. They'll call that back. I'll tell you what, that Jester, man. If that guy that plays for them, where's he going to school? Kenneth Clement. Likes the Miami Dolphins and Tyreek Hill. League All-Star.
See that? It's a replay. See how talented a runner he is. And they have so many runners on this Glenville Elite Panther team that all Danny Solomon really wants his guys to do is to stay disciplined and get them on the ground. Got to get these guys on the ground. They can hurt you.
So we got second down. And now it'll be 23. Now you know where they're going, John. You know where they're going.
Going to the wide side, I believe. Outside.
Yep.
That looks like that's the right side of the field, the top of your screen. Let's see what Sean's got for him. No coaches out on the field. They come to the short side. Penalty flag already on the field. That was Studevant right there.
So again, this is to the offense. And when the head linesman calls it, it usually means somebody is either lined up offside or going offside. Got a quick start.
Yep, well, they covered somebody up. But the illegal formation is that signal, which I believe is just a 5-yard penalty. And it is, but this offense has so much talent on it, Tim. This is not even insurmountable for them to get the first down. See the way these guys run and how many weapons they have.
This has got to be tough. Got to be tough on them. Second down, 28. Penalties, man, penalties. You don't want those. They talked about that. We can't hurt ourselves.
think we got to check Cody Wallace's birth certificate, Tim. That's a big guy. That's one of the biggest 8-year-olds I've ever seen in my life. Studevine to the left, to the right. Good job. Good job over there. Jace Young, Jaden Cooper, Holloway, Lang, and Pierce.
So that brings us to the end of the first quarter. And they said it was going to be a tough battle. But again, the Glenville Elite Panthers lead 7-0. But John, it wasn't short runs. It was big plays. Right now, they've got to correct that.
Yeah, they do. They got to wrap up. They got to do a better job of staying disciplined. As you mentioned before, they're going to test that outside. They're going to test the discipline of those outside linebackers and those defensive ends. So Danny Solomon has really got to shore up the outside and force them back inside. And then they got to tackle. Not just one, but when one person gets to them, then they all got to get there because they're too talented to be brought down just by one person.
Hello, I'm Dr. Dave Margolius, Director of Public Health for the City of Cleveland. In this role, my #1 priority is reducing the smoking rate in the City of Cleveland. Unfortunately, Cleveland's smoking rate is 35%, the highest in the nation, and smoking remains the leading preventable cause of death, disability, and disease in our country. But I believe we can change that. Did you know that the majority of people who smoke actually want to quit? It's just so difficult, especially menthol cigarettes. And it's our residents who are specifically targeted by big tobacco. The outcomes are devastating on our collective health. Smoking too often leads to premature disease and needless suffering. If you have loved ones who smoke, please help them quit. And if you are a smoker, please know that help is available. We have a long list of options to help you successfully kick the habit. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. Together, I know we can reduce smoking rates in Cleveland. Thank you.
Welcome back to TV 20. You're watching the 8U championship game. And here's our first pass.
Oh,
and it's
up there.
picked off. Whoa!
Well, you can't get back up and run, young man. He's down. He's down. He's already down. Good defense right there. He had a man open to him. He just couldn't get it out there far enough for him. He should have threw it a little bit sooner. But good job. A good job by the defender concentrating and getting that ball. I don't know what he thought. What made him think he could get up and keep running. There he is right there.
So the first turnover goes to the Garden Valley Falcons. As now they got first down and 10. They're going to start on their own 29-yard line. Let's see if they get the offense going.
Fine looking man there, Aiden Young, number 2. A little something about Aiden. Likes video games, the 3rd leading scorer with 8 running touchdowns in the 8U division. 3rd grader in Warrensville, and his favorite player is Lamar Jackson. Not a bad guy to be the favorite of. And he plays for the Ravens. They got the Browns tomorrow. Ooh, gang tackle. I like that.
Well, I can tell you right now,
Gang tackle.
if we're looking at the battle of the line play, you have to give that edge right now to the Glenville Elite Panthers.
Yes, you do.
You know, Cody Wallace, Taylor, Tatum, Hall, Deal Jr. Great job, guys. Great job.
Yeah, they're fired up. They're fired up. They turned the ball over. They want to get it back for their offense so they can get them back on the field. They got some good leaders on this Glenville team, and they were #1 all season for no reason at all.
Second down, 12. Just underway in the second quarter. Garden Valley with the ball.
That's a lot of quick balls on the ground. And it looks like Glenville's got it. Wow. Bang, bang play right there, Tim. They think the running back didn't have the ball at all.
Yeah, when he gave it to him, he was crossing and he just didn't give it to him right. He rushed it, so it got dropped, and there's
a little bit of
turnover
a
for each team now.
Yep.
You know, and John, one of the things parents might be watching is starting to wonder, we never talked about, but there is no weight limit in Muny football.
Yeah, we went away from that about 4 years ago. No weight limits, just strictly age, and it's worked out real well for us. The coaches, who we like to call our community activists, really stepped up and started coaching line play a lot better. So you'll see a lot better point of attack techniques. You see guys actually coaching it, you know, on the sidelines, making adjustments with the offensive line, and it's really helped our league grow. Not eliminating those kids who were too big that really need to exercise and come out and play.
So first down and 10 on the 30. 6:48 second quarter. And the Glenville team is 30 yards away from scoring again, and this time they're going to throw it again to the outside.
He's open. Oh, that's Studevant? Nope, it's number 9 that time.
Yeah, he went out for it, but again, he had a great chance to catch it.
That's Deal Jr. on the bobble. I bet he catches that all day long in practice, Tim.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Don't worry.
We had a Deal that played in our league before, Andre Deal.
Well, we had a coach.
Coach.
We had a coach,
Oh, okay.
Andre Deal. Real good guy, very energetic, does a lot of good things for the kids. It's good to see his son out here making plays. Uh-oh, somebody moved, yep. And normally, Tim, you know, the referees let this age group get away with some things on the field. But in a game like this time of year, they're going to call a little bit tighter.
Well, we saw it right there.
Yeah, this is the big exam right here. We've taken quizzes and tests all season with the regular season. This is the big exam. And they're still trying to throw the ball. Nobody's open to the right. He's going to take off and run with it. And he's just like...
That was a nice tackle. It came up and really made a nice tackle on that play.
Yeah, that was Javal Pace, who's also a running back and one of the all-stars of this team that came up and made that tackle. It's a good job right there. Got good speed. Brought down Studevant. Can't let him go too far, too fast. Third down, about 11. This is a big play right here. Glenville's got the lead. Studevant's looking left. He don't like he's going to throw it. He's going to run it, and he's going to get the first down and some.
He might be gone. Oh, they brought him down. I don't see anything. He stepped out of bounds. That's what they show it.
I was wondering why he was slowing down, Tim. He heard the whistle. I didn't really hear the whistle. He knew he stepped out. He started slowing down. That's the only reason why that defender was able to catch him. But again, Studevant doing what he does best, dip inside, then dip outside. Oh, excuse me. That's Oliver. Not Studevant. That's Oliver, the talented quarterback for this team.
So it'll be first down, and they're at the 14-yard line. That's what it looks like from here.
And you can see Coach Perkins is feeling really comfortable with his team, their confidence, their execution. He's not on the field with them right now. He's calling plays from the sideline, which is a very good sign of good coaching on this level.
So first down and 10, 5:27, plenty of time to go here in the second quarter.
Glenville methodically marching it down, taking what the defense gives them.
There's a tackle. There you go. Great job.
And that's Oliver again.
Number 9.
Number 9 that time.
Javel Pace.
Yeah, Pace.
League All-Star. Folks, we want to tell you at halftime, we will not only be talking to each head coach, but Nicole Christian will be talking to a team mom from the Garden Valley Falcons to find out exactly what is involved with a team mom.
Those are our MVPs, Tim, our most valuable person.
Oh, my Lord. You can hear the coaches now. Thank goodness we have a team mom.
Ain't that the truth? Thank you for all that you do, for all the team moms. From the bottom of our hearts.
2nd down and 8. They're going to try to run up the middle again. They got a break there, and he's going to get knocked down. And it looks like he has enough for the first down. Yes, they've given him the first down, so now it'll be 1st down and goal.
Well, they marked it a little bit short, Tim. It's going to be 2nd.
Oh, 2nd down.
2nd down and about half a yard.
I thought the guy over here in the end was pointing at it. Okay, so he...
Oh, no, they did give it to him.
Yeah, that's
You're
what
right.
I thought. I saw him signal it was a first down. So we're
Okay.
1st down and goal, and we're right about the 5-yard line. Clock is running. 4:03 to go. 2nd quarter action. Right here on TV 20. You are watching Cleveland Muny Football Championship action.
Now, the most important people on this play is Johnson, Wallace, Pitts, Hall, and Hood, that offensive line. And they blocked well enough to get it in.
He went in there standing. Nobody touched him.
Nobody touched him, Tim.
You better give the gold helmet to the linemen.
Yes.
They're opening up those holes, and they will now extend their lead to 13-0.
Good job on that drive by the offensive line. The running backs from the ball carriers from the Glenville Elite Panthers, they didn't get touched until they got tackled on that drive, it seemed like. A couple penalties brought it back, but they still was able to methodically take it down and score. Showing a lot of patience here, Coach Perkins. Got a lot of confidence in his team. He's walking up and down the sideline with his cup in his hand. He's feeling pretty good about things right now. Right up the middle.
And again, they were trying to run right. He cut back, and there was the hole. And they pick up the extra point, and now they extend their lead to 14-0 with 3:40 to go here in the half.
Wow.
But we've just got word that Jim Donovan has passed away today
Wow.
in our city. May the good Lord watch over his family. Thank you, Jim, for everything you gave to our Browns, to all the teams in the city.
Wow. That one hurts, Tim.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
A lot of great calls from Mr. Donovan. Some great plays down at Municipal Stadium. Wow. Whole lot of running, but not nowhere to go.
And if you watch the play here, you're seeing here he tries to cut back, John. And then look, all of the Glenville Elite team, they haven't gone anywhere. They're staying in their where they belong in their positions. That makes it a lot easier. Where it seems like the younger kids, and Garden Valley's got a younger team, but they're trying to be aggressive and get to them, and then they cut back on them.
Well, what they got to do is this line of Garden Valley has really got to sustain the blocks because Glenville's defense is active. And you got to stay on your blocks. You can't be looking at your ball carrier, looking for your ball carrier. And Danny Solomon is running some plays that takes a little while to develop. But that was just a heck of a play right there by that outside linebacker. Oh, my, look at him. He know he did a good job, too. Strutting his stuff. That number 1, Number three.
It's number 3.
Number 3. Who is that bad man?
Joshua Bridget Jr.
All right, Joshua. JB. Good job on that play, my man. You wasn't fooled at all.
Again, he's a 3rd grader over at JFK Elementary. He likes the Ravens and Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, what's up with all these Lamar Jackson fans? I kind of like him too, I ain't gonna lie. He is pretty good. All right. Hopefully Coach Solomon can get off a good solid play, some positive yards. I think that would really do well for this offense, for the confidence of this Garden Valley's offense, just to get a positive play. Get some positive yards, knock some people back. Because mentally they gotta get into it. Run out of time to make a call to play. Refs will be an understanding, especially with a 14-point deficit. We got 2 people moving. Can't have that. It gets a little bit of jitters out here. Championship game. But like you said, Tim, they're a younger team.
Yes, they are.
No.
Yes, they are. And when I talked to Danny this week about his team, he said, yeah, I have a lot of younger kids that are mixed in here. But they're tough kids. They're good kids. And I'll tell you, they love them. He shared a story with me how all the parents would meet at one location and then they would drive. And he says some kids, their own parent was there, but they wanted to go with Coach Boom. You know, that's how much they love the man.
Yeah.
He is an icon in the Garden Valley community, and
Yes,
he's
he
done
is.
so much for kids for so many years.
Yes, he has.
And you know, when you think of Garden Valley, that's a tough neighborhood, John.
It is a tough neighborhood. It's seen its ups and its downs, more downs than ups. But those people are resilient. They stick together, and they've made some of the best citizens in the city of Cleveland could ever have. Richard Starr, I believe that's the councilman in that ward, does a real good job of working with Garden Valley, with the program, getting them everything that they need in order to be successful, along with the program over at Lonnie Burton, the Renegades. So thank you, Richard Starr, for your efforts. We continue to look forward to working with you in the future, all for the betterment, for the development of these kids in our future here in Northeast Ohio.
Well, we will have the head coach of the Garden Valley Falcons right after the half to get a chance to talk to him.
Whoa, that was dangerous. That defensive back would have
caught
saw
the
that.
ball.
He did catch the ball.
And that guy came up real quick on him. So the clock is stopped. I don't know if somebody called a timeout or did they rule it incomplete.
It was 4th down. I believe that might be one of the 15-second runoff.
Yeah, I would think they'll do the automatic punt. That'll take 15 seconds off the clock. And that gives the ball back to the Glenville Elite Panthers. If I have it right, 24 seconds, Jeff? 24 seconds. You got Jeff Crean, our top clock operator, scorer, been around for, I won't say 95 years, but it's been a while.
He looked good, I tell you that. That's been 95 years.
There's a lot of people
Give me some of that.
that work that take this time on the weekends just to help out so the kids can play, you know. And sometimes it's the field coordinator, it's the scorer, it's the monitors, it's security. It's a whole gamut of things that have to happen.
Yeah.
Our spotter today is Alan Pratt. This guy's a principal of a school, you know, and he's always looked out for the interest of the kids.
Yeah. We have some fine people that work with us, Tim, to bring this product to the community, and we can't thank them enough for their dedication and their commitment to the betterment of Cleveland and for the youth in our city.
Our league director, Jason Dunn, was up till 4:30 in the morning printing programs so they'd be ready today.
Jason is invaluable.
Yeah, and Anthony Martin, that guy's, he don't have to run track. He's been running so much all year, you know. He supervises the field operations.
I don't know if he got soles on his shoes.
Yeah, we're going to have to give him a pair of shoes. Here he is. He's going to try to run to the outside. Cut it up the middle.
Oh,
this could be.
Just out the
Will it
safety.
be?
Wow. That's that Carson Jester.
I don't know if they did give him the touchdown. I see how the hands go up.
Carson Jester.
Of course.
Another score.
Another score.
So Carson Jester leading his #1 offense that scored 186 points. 27 points per game is what this team averages, folks. So they're well on their way to doing that right now. As you can see, he brought him down in the end zone. So it's definitely a touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Carson Jester, he has to be running track in the spring. He has to be. And if he goes to Glenville, he can be running over there. I can promise you that. And he'll be probably playing football with this kind of speed where you can't catch him.
All right, tell me, this 8-year-old. Let's pump the brakes.
I know we got about another 7 or 8 years, but I'm telling you, if he keeps this up, and he's got good grades.
Yeah, most of these kids out here on the field, they get rewarded with playing football. They got to do the schoolwork first, and that's parents do not compromise on that standard. As you can take a look at, see right here, young man gets into the end zone. That's number 3 that time. That's Bridget Jr. Joshua making a play, another play again. He's having a fine game as well as we go into halftime.
Well, again, you looked at this game, everybody thought it would be tight, but the speed of the Glenville teams really played a difference. And in a few moments, we will talk to the head coach of the Garden Valley Falcons. And again, Danny Solomon, what a tremendous person. I mean, the head coach of the Garden Valley Falcons has just been unbelievable in that community. Danny, I don't know if you can hear us yet. Can you hear us down there?
Can you hear me? Oh, I hear.
All
Okay,
right.
yeah, I can hear you
us
too.
now.
Yes, sir.
First of all, I'm with John Good. First of all, the first half, obviously, the Glenville Elite Panthers' speed has really caused a nightmare for your kids.
Well, yeah, I would say so. That's just probably the biggest, fastest, most athletic team we've played this year. So a little bit of shell shock for my kids in the first half.
And it seems like your kids are playing with a lot of heart. They're trying to be aggressive, but when they cut back on them, that's where they're running into trouble.
Yeah, that's where the discipline is. We're not staying in our lanes. We're not rushing our gaps, so we're getting out of position. And they have some really smart, skilled players that are reading that and reading the open pursuit, and they're cutting back.
Danny, John Good here. I know it's been a tough first half where I'll let you go and get in the locker room as soon as you can. Some of the things I want to mention to you is that you said one of the keys to winning this game was eliminating mistakes, and you had a ton of them in that first half. That's one of the things you're going to address in the locker room?
Absolutely. Yeah, I said we haven't made these kind of mistakes all season long, but we haven't played a team like this all season long either. So,
all right, well, good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Solomon from the Garden Valley Falcons, their coordinator and head coach, and he'll be meeting with his players. And when we come back, we will have Nicole Christian and the team mom from the Garden Valley Falcons.
Today's vote, in my eyes, is not a very difficult one.
Welcome back to Cleveland Central Catholic, Stefanski Field, and right now down on the field we have Nicole Christian and the team mom from the Garden Valley Falcons.
How are you doing today?
Great.
Okay, and as the team continues to play, how do you feel like this season has gone with the Falcons, and how has your son benefited from it?
I feel like this season is going great. I feel like my son, well, I have two sons on the team. I feel like it's going pretty good. Like, we transitioned from one team to the next, and I feel like this was the best decision for my boys to join the Falcon family.
And how do you feel like their football game has progressed? Do you feel like they've gotten any better at their positions?
They definitely have improved in their positions. The Falcon coaches definitely take the time to look at each player individually and put them in the best position that fit their skills and their talents and take them to the next level.
Of course. And do they have any future aspirations in terms of football? Do you think they're going to play for high school?
Absolutely. I know both of them definitely want to play for high school and actually move forward to possibly the NFL. And I feel like the Falcons coaches and staff can definitely take them to where they need to be as far as they can go.
Thank you. It was great talking to you as we continue to watch the game. Back to you, Tim.
Go Falcons!
Yeah.
And right now down on the field we have the head coach of the Glenville Elite Panthers, Sean Perkins. And Sean, first of all, I think you guys should be running track. You got so much speed on that team.
Yeah, you're right. We got a few speedsters.
Obviously, you got to be pleased with what you saw in the first half. Kids are staying in their lanes. They're playing great defense, stopping the outside run. You had a few minutes to talk to your kids. What did you say to them?
Basically, my offensive line aren't getting set in time. So basically, that's my biggest issue is my offensive line. You got to take the bad with the good. I got some big offensive linemen, so they take their time getting in their stands, and it's cost us like 3 false start penalties.
Well, I know, Sean, this is John Good. I know that you might be a little disappointed in your offensive line for not getting lined up properly, maybe jumping. But I'm going to tell you something. Johnson, Wallace, Pitts, Hull, and Hood have allowed you to do whatever you wanted to do in this first half with those fine running backs that you have. Man, this is a test that you guys are really peaking at the right time in the championship game. You look good. There's not really much for you to worry about offensively. I see you on the sideline. You're not out there on the field calling plays. You're on the sideline with your sippy cup. Hey, it looks like it's an automatic drive right now. What are you coaching up for the second half here?
We just want to get the ball to a couple of players that didn't touch it in the first half. And, I got to give credit to my supporting cast. I got like 5 coaches that helped me run practice to make it where we really don't have to be on the field with these kids because they just about know what they're doing. And I have to say, this is a smart bunch of kids, so they catch on to just about anything.
Well, good luck in the second half. Looks like you're on your way to victory, but don't take nothing for granted.
No,
we'll
we're
see
not.
you after the game.
We're putting that foot on the gas again.
All right.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
The head coach of the Glenville Elite Panthers, and when you look at the stats of the first half, it's very obvious. 163 yards rushing. Again, they've had the ball 10 times to 7. Again, first downs 4. Again, the Garden Valley team has not been able to pick up a first down yet. And both teams had a turnover. But the biggest thing that the Glenville team needs to clean up is those false starts and those penalties, because they had 5 as well.
That's right.
So, John, right now we're in a situation that once the teams, let's talk about the mercy rule. Once the teams are up by 20, we will take the score off the scoreboard because we don't want to embarrass anybody. And the clock will continue to run. The only time it'll stop now is when there is a timeout or a injury, and we pray that we don't have any of those.
Yes, yes. It's very, very rare. It's very, very rare that we have the mercy rule in a championship game, Tim. Normally our championship games are pretty competitive, but outstanding performance here today by elite Panthers over the Falcons so far. Danny has been around for quite some time. He's got some things up his sleeve. Let's see what he can put together on this first drive in the second half for his Falcons. A little bit of movement, didn't call it.
A nice job, and it looked like Glenville's defensive line jumped again. But again, because he came in there shooting, I don't know if that was a blitz, a linebacker coming in. But again, simple basics, stay in your lanes, stuff Danny talked about at halftime, that we got to be more disciplined.
Yeah, and I was going to bring it up to Danny during the interview at halftime, but I left it alone. And that is, it seemed like he caught a lot of plays in the first half that took time to develop. Against this defense, you don't have time like that. You got to go straight at him. It was good to see him going straight at him on that first play from scrimmage here in the second half.
Second down and 4.
Anytime they bubble out. Ooh.
And they tried to run to the outside for no gain.
He delivered a blow, though.
Yes, he did.
He delivered a blow. That's one thing you don't like to see your running backs do is bow out, come back. You want to see him going downhill all the time. That time, he bowed back, and it gave him time for the defense to recover. But he was able to later beat a hammer instead of the nail on that play.
Third down and 4.
It's a big, big, big first down attempt here for Garden Valley. Second half, down by 3 scores. They really need some good news to give them some confidence. Receiver checks in, gets properly in line. And they trying to go straight at him and trying to give him time to get it.
It looks like he came up 1 yard short.
He looks short.
So it's a 4th down and 1. John, what's he going to do here?
This is tempting for Dan. I tell you, this is tempting.
I think he's going to go.
Ain't got much. He doesn't have much time. I think he don't have any choice, really. You got to believe in you guys, and they got to believe in you. Make this call. Keep it simple. You just got to outgut them. Let's see who can outgut who.
Put your mouthpiece in, Carson.
The mouthpieces there. A little typewriter. The offensive line just didn't get a typewriter start.
So they came in and stopped them. And I'm sure everybody in the stadium knew they were coming up the middle, because that's where their success was. And like you mentioned, John, they can't really do things that are fancy because they take too much time. So now the Glenville Elite Panthers will take over. First down and 10 on the 38-yard line.
Does he still have his starters in? Looks like, yeah. He still got number 1s in. Well, he did mention he was going to put the the foot on the gas, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And I think he also said he wanted to put the ball in some of the players' hands that haven't got it yet. So
Yeah.
Garden Valley has taken a timeout with 3:49 to go.
They're trying to make sure everybody gets a chance to play. With a running clock, things go by pretty fast.
You know, one of the things that we've been very remiss not to talk about is the groups that are here making this all happen. And we can't do it without them. There's no doubt about it. Our president has told us over and over again, it takes everybody to make this work. Our special thanks to the sponsors, the City of Cleveland, Cleveland Metropolitan School District, the Cleveland Browns, Cleveland City Council, TV20, Families First, SC Blueprint, Cleveland Builds, and Boyd Watterson, that's Tim Hyland and Patty Jameson, the Industrial Safety Products, Kappa Alpha PS Fraternity, Walton 7200 Group, Whitmore Barbecue, and a Parma Tobacco and Beverage. All of them have contributed to helping this become a reality, and our special thanks to all of them so much for helping us.
We really appreciate all of your contribution and your efforts to help us pull this thing off. Good catch, good play, and
outside, and he falls.
Good execution, but you got to stay on your feet.
Well, I'll tell you what, the one parent had it right about how her kids are learning and how thankful she is for the Garden Valley Falcon coaching staff.
And, you know, another thing I want to highlight, too, Tim, is she mentioned that she came from another program. You do have parents who do go from one program to another for all kind of reasons. Mostly because they moved, they're in a different neighborhood, or there's some other type of situation, you know, but could be due to a parent going to another place of employment, and the team might be more conveniently located for them to take care of their daily business. But it's good to see that we're trying to keep a standard of leadership and a standard of community at all of our organizations, so that parents can have that flexibility to go from one organization to another and still get that same quality service from one organization to the next. And we really appreciate people like herself who contribute and help these teams pull these seasons off.
So here we are, 4th down and long.
Uh-oh.
You got
They had a tackle, but they tackled the wrong guy. And did he get it? That's the question.
We got a little extra going on, a little extra.
Good run.
A little extra.
If you score, you ain't got to worry about that, now do you?
Little extracurricular activity, folks. Nothing crazy.
Coach automatically gets out there.
That player has to go sit down. And that's pretty surprising that was Oliver, one of the all-stars and leaders of the Elite Panthers. A little scuffle, but I guess he ain't taking it today.
So I don't know, did they signal? I don't see a signal of first down. Did they give that to them?
I think that's...
They still haven't told us if it's a first down.
They're saying that he stopped short. It looked like it's...
I thought he was stopped short.
I did too.
And they're giving him the first down. Oh, wow. I don't know if we have the replay, but it sure didn't look like he picked up that first down.
It was close. It was definitely close. Can we get that fellas in the truck to replay? We can take a look at it. That'd be interesting to see.
TV 20.
We get it right. Thank you.
You know, this ain't like one like they do now with the the headset, and they get the red flag. I want to. They can't do that here.
No. They got guys up in the booth, Tim, that called it. Hey, throw the flag out because we got an instant replay that shows it's wrong.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have those kind of resources. We don't need them. Oh, dip inside, then go outside. Now you gotta tackle him. You gotta tackle him. Oh my.
Touchdown. And again, number 1. Is that what I'm seeing? Oh, it might be a 7. I'm trying to get his number. We'll see it here.
That's number 9.
Number 9.
That would be Deal. Andre Deal. Yep, fine job right there by Mr. Deal. Getting in the end zone, good run.
So that play ended the third quarter. I'm sure they'll do the extra point here, and then they'll start the fourth quarter.
Not quite the showing that Danny Solomon and his Garden Valley Falcons dreamed it would be today. But a fine season for those young men, I tell you. 5 wins, 2 losses, 7-2 overall. Got to this championship game over the Browns and the Renegades, unscored upon. So they've got a lot to be proud of. Go for the extra point try with right at the beginning of the fourth quarter. We're gonna throw it again. He's open. Couldn't get it to him.
So they'll add 6 more points on to extend their lead. But as John and I both mentioned to you, right now the game is being played at a faster pace because they're already up by at least 20 points. And right now they're going to try to get a lot of kids into play because we want everybody to play. And you'll see the coaches putting those kids out there. I see everybody's off the benches over here, and they're putting them in, and the coach is out there walking with them. So I'm sure he's going to try to line them up, you know, the right way. And they're going down to this end of the field because it is the start of the fourth quarter. Again, as you can see, Garden Valley Falcons and the Glenville Elite score. But one thing we want to mention to you is that next week, John and I will be right back here at Cleveland Central Catholic Field, and we will have the 10U championship game. And again, after that week, we will have 12U and 14U. And again, it's some teams that really will not, you'll be surprised at the talent that you will see.
Yes, you will.
So in the 10U championship game, it'll be Southside Elite Spartans against the Garfield Bulldogs.
That's going to be a good one. But as this 8U termite division season comes to a close, it's been a fine season. Teams participating in the 8U this year was Garden Valley, Cleveland Renegades, the Glenville Junior Tar Blooders, East 88th Street Browns, Garfield Bulldogs. That was the American Conference. I'll give you the National Conference next. Good tackle. Oh, I thought he was down. He's still fighting. Wow.
And John, we haven't talked about this, and I know you're more on top of it than I am, but obviously training for the coaches.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, training for the coaches, Tim, is ongoing. You know, coaches only know what they know. A lot of these guys have full-time jobs. They have families. They have other commitments. But we try to give them every resource we can in order to be more efficient and be able to take care of kids' needs on and off the field. You have to be certified to coach in Cleveland Muni football, attending clinics where you learn football strategies, how to handle kids in different climates, different areas of life. You talk about how to develop from one age to the next. And our coaches are really dedicated to getting better at that craft. A lot of them have aspirations to coach in high school and beyond. And they have moved on and done that. We've had a lot of coaches move on to high school. And we love to see that because that gives our players a more welcome environment when they move on to high school. But, yeah, training for coaches is an ongoing thing. Please, if you want to coach in the league, you have time, you want to give back, just get in touch with us. Come to our website. Tim mentioned the the website address before, but you can just Google Cleveland Muny Football, and we'll pop right up and come on out. We got organizations all around the city of Cleveland, in and outside of Cleveland, and we'd be glad to have you.
So the young man is up. That's a good sign. And we'll be starting here. We also want to mention to you that we will have the outstanding players of the defense and offense, as well as both teams, as we'll have the award presentation on the field.
National League, National Conference teams, the Glenville Elite Panthers, Six Star Nation, West United Gators, Richmond Conquerors, Ohio Ducks, and the West Side Wolverines. So that was the 8U Termite Division for 2024. Fine season we had.
Remember, we have back the interview with Nicole and Eric Metcalf as well.
Wow. Got to give him some blocking. Too many offensive linemen standing around. Good effort by the defense.
You know, John, we had a very special guest come by today. A former Cleveland Brown. Probably one of those guys that kind of, the Glenville speedsters kind of, he was like that when he played. A little bit about Eric Metcalf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was very good to see Eric today. And stop by and check us out. He's definitely a legend in this community, being a former Cleveland Brown, and it's a very exciting player to watch. Tim, every time he got the football, I mean, you're just on the edge of your seat, kick returner, punt returner, catching the ball in the backfield, getting runs. It was, that's a hot potato right there, and looks like Glenville's got it. The running back looked like he didn't want the ball.
Yeah, it was right in his hands.
It was right in his hands.
Well, while they're switching over, folks, earlier today, Nicole Christian caught up with Eric Metcalf and had a chance to talk to him down on the field.
And joining me now is Eric Metcalf, former Browns player. It's a beautiful day out here. What are you looking forward to see, and who are you here for?
You know, I'm just here to support the league. You know, these young guys playing in this league and having the opportunity to play. I was once one of these little guys, and so it starts here. You know, getting good coaching from these guys and learning the fundamentals and to propel them to one day be in the NFL.
Of course, and of all the kids out here, what type of special skills or mindsets do you think that we could see in them today that would let you know that they might be ready for a Brown season later on?
Well, I think it's about character more than anything. You know, everybody out here has talent and can play football, obviously. That's why they're out here. But when it's time to come out here and be a teammate and be a good person on the field, that's what you're looking for, because this is how people grow, whether it be on the field or off the field. So that's what I look for when I look at young guys playing.
Okay, that's great to hear. And finally, do you have any predictions for this upcoming Brown season? How do you feel like our guys are going to play, especially coming off of an injury from Deshaun Watson?
Well, it's been a rough season. You know, they're 1-6. I mean, it's going to be hard to turn around with the schedule they have in front of them, but I think they have players who can do that. You know, they have coaching staff that can develop these players and get them going in the right direction, even if it doesn't work out until next year.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you, and we're looking forward to a great game here today with the kids. Back to you, Tim.
Well, Tim, looks like they put another one on the board, huh?
I'll tell you what, though, they got another one on the board.
Yeah, Joshua Bridget Jr. scored again. That young man's got a lot of energy, too. They're going for it on two-point conversion, or excuse me, extra point conversion. And he scores. A little extracurricular activity. All right. And it looks like Glenville's got this one pretty much wrapped up. These young men are really excited. They've been number one all year, Tim, offensively and defensively. They've showed their dominance today. It looks like they might have called the game.
Yeah, we're waiting for the officials to say something.
Like they were lining up, but maybe that was just the way they were walking out on the field. No, they're not calling it. Looks like Coach Solomon is huddling his players up on offense. They might get one play in, maybe two.
So 1 minute to go in the ball game. And the Garden Valley Falcons, this time they'll be going against the kids that hardly ever play, but it's great to see the kids out here in the last quarter, seeing those kids play, John.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're going to give it their all. They worked hard, folks. They've been out here since June of this year, practicing, getting in shape, putting the game plans together, sweating, lifting weights, running. And this is the combination of all that hard work. They made it to the championship game. Garden Valley didn't show up with their best game, but still a successful season. Glenville showed up with a better game played today, and I'm pretty sure they're proud of their efforts as well. I look forward to seeing these guys on the next level. I tell you that, the 9-year-olds. They're going to be fun to watch.
Well, the good thing is Garden Valley will come back next year, and they will be the veteran team.
Yeah.
You know, because the Glenville Elite Panthers will move on and go up to the next one, and they're trying to get the coach with the bucket of water usually. Everybody having fun today.
Yeah. Hope that's just ice, right?
Yeah.
That'll just melt away.
Well, folks, when we come back, we will have our outstanding players of the game as well as the coaches and with the presentation of the awards on the field.
Attention, City of Cleveland residents. The Division of Waste Collection will soon be recovering blue recycling carts from households that have not opted into the city's recycling program. Our goal is to minimize contamination in our recyclable materials, ensuring a cleaner, more efficient recycling process for everyone. In the upcoming weeks, if you have not yet opted into the recycling program, you may notice a fluorescent sticker on your recycling bin. This sticker is an invitation to opt in by calling 216-664-3030. If you choose not to participate in the recycling program, please be aware that your blue recycling cart will be removed. Thank you for helping us keep Cleveland clean and green.
And thank you again to both of the teams. Here to do the trophy presentation, Jason Dunn.
Hey, let's give it up to our participants in the 8U Harry Little Termite Division Championship game, the Garden Valley Falcons and Glenville Elite Panthers. So I'm over here right now were the 2024 8U Division Termite Harry Little runner-ups, the Garden Valley Falcons. Yeah, so I want to start with bringing up head coach and direction coordinator Danny Solomon. All right, Coach Boone, you know, you guys had a fantastic season. You know, one of the top 2 teams left competing for a city championship. You know, I know going into it, you were going against the undefeated Glenville team, you know, a team that did a lot of damage during the regular season. You know, how did you guys prepare to get through your side of the conference to get here today?
Well, I guess we didn't prepare well enough. But coming to this game, I knew that Glenville was a juggernaut. Guys been playing together for a few years together. They were in the championship game last year at Termite, so I knew we had a tough task ahead of us today. My team, I got 20 kids here, 10 of them are first-year players. So for us to get to where we got this year with basically brand new players, I'm very proud of my team.
Wow, that's outstanding, and that's a testament to the incredible work you and your coaching staff do to prepare a bunch of first-year players to be still playing ball in November. So what we'll do first is we're going to bring up a specialty award, our defensive player of the game, with a big interception in the first half to swing momentum. Number 2, Aiden Lane. Hey, Aiden, I know it was a tough game. You didn't get the results that you wanted today, but you went out there, you rallied your teams, you played a great game. You want to give thanks today and anybody?
Thank you to my teammate Tavrell. He helped me get the tackles and stuff. And he helped me when I was running the ball, he blocked for me.
That's outstanding, Aiden. So here you go, Aiden, the 2024 8U Championship Defensive Player of the Game. Now we'll present the 2024 runner-up Garden Valley Falcons. Thanks a lot, and we'll swing over here with Glenville Elite. I am now on the field joined by your 2024 8U Division Harry Little City Champs, the Glenville Elite Panthers. All right, so I'm down here right now with the champs, Coach Sean Perkins. You want to join me up here? But before we say anything to Coach Perkins, we got a specialty award to give out to our offensive player of the game. He was number 2 in the city in rushing this year, number 2 in touchdowns scored. He had 152 yards today, 2 touchdowns. Carson Justin. What's going on, Carson?
What's up, y'all?
So Carson is no stranger to big games, you know, no stranger to championships. Big time players make big time plays in big games. Carson, you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my linemen. They blocked for me. They did what they were supposed to do, and I thank my mom to come to my game.
Now, Carson, that was first class right there, because all game, all I was thinking about was the holes they were opening for you. They made your job real easy.
Yeah, but I want to give a shout out to like the other running backs that was blocking for me.
That's a great job. So our 2024 championship game offensive player of the game, Carson Jester. All right, so now I'm joined by head coach and coordinator, Mr. Sean Perkins. Mr. Sean Perkins, you no stranger to big games. You know, seem like we always see you in this championship game, whether it's termite, 7U, 8U. You know, you just got away with the babies. You know, it seems to be your specialty, your passion. You know, how do you do it year in and year out and continue to perform at such a high level?
Really, it's just like you said. I got a passion for the babies, except for Carson, because he ain't thanked me. And all the rest of them, I got a passion for them.
You know, so that's incredible. So before we even give Sean this hardware for winning today's city championship, we got some more hard work to hand out. Again, you know, a passionate individual who's grown year in, year out, continues to strive for greatness. You know, coaching staff behind him. The kids love him. You know, you see a rookie tackle, you know, termite 11 man. You know, I just can't, you know, thank him enough for what he does. Our 2024 8U Harry Little Termite Division Coach of the Year.
Now, I do have to give a little history. Harry Little owned and operated my charter. I moved the Jaminate charter to the Glenville field with the help of my mentor, Tony Brooks. And that's why we became the Panthers, because I got all my direction and equipment from Dove Park Panthers. But Harry Little was Jaminites, and if you go to the roots, we Jaminites. Thanks for everybody, all my parents, man, and my coaches. Man, I'm a last minute dude sometimes. I'll be laying awake at night and be like, you know what? We're gonna go to Akron. And then I just put it in a group chat. Some of them go with it, some of them don't, but they still show up. Thank y'all.
Outstanding. So now, the hardware we've all been waiting for, your 2024 8U Division City Champions, the Glenville Elite Panthers. And I'll wrap it up down on the field, and I'm gonna toss it back up to you, Tim.
Again, you can see the joy and how many people that are involved to make this happen. And John, it just was, it was a day where we had to get the younger team developing and the other team had spent here a couple years. But realistically, it's more than the win or the loss, as we've been talking all along.
Yeah, and you can really tell, Tim, the genuineness of this awards celebration right here. The player, the MVP, giving out kudos to all the proper people, his offensive line, his mom, speaking real well. You can just tell the passion and the love that these coaches have for the kids on this level. I mean, you can't speak highly enough of Danny Solomon and Garden Valley Falcons' job that he does with first-year players in a championship game. I mean, that's saying a lot about who you are and what you speak about in the community that turns out success like this on the field.
Well, this day will belong to the Glenville Elite Panthers, but we do want to remind you, John, you and I will be back next week for the 10U championship game. Again, the South Side Elite Spartans will take on the Garfield Bulldogs.
That's going to be a good one.
And for this day, and for John Good, I'm Tim Wells. Good night, everyone.